tell us about a big success story, one that we're going to dig our teeth into and say, ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. That would have been a great client to work with. One where you feel like you made a big impact.
Yeah. I think right out of the gate in 2017, when we developed conversational management, one of the first companies that contacted us was a national transportation company. You've probably seen their trucks on the road, called Holland Freight. And at the time, they had about 8,000 employees around the world. It was a global company. And they were experiencing 60% turnover rate among their terminal managers. So they had about 60 terminals around the United States, and 60% turnover rate among those terminal managers. And it was costing them about $10 million a year. I mean, just do the math there. It was just unsustainable. And they had tried several things to kind of remedy that. They hadn't really found anything that had worked. And a friend of mine was already consulting with them in another area and referred us to them. That's how we get most of our clients, and said, hey, you need to sit down and at least talk to Tim and see what he might be able to do for you. So we did that, made a presentation to their president and 12 VPs from across the United States. And then they said, yeah, this sounds good. So we took them through a 2-day training, which at the time, this was way before COVID, but was an amazing experience. And after that experience, all these VPs just said, okay, well, I see the power of this now. We got to roll this out. So over the next 12 months, we rolled it out to about 175 managers and other employees throughout the company. And at the end of 12 months, we did they did actually a turnover assessment, and realized that their turnover rate among the terminal managers had gone from 60% to 19% in 12 months. And we figured, by their numbers, that we had helped to save them about $3.2 million in the year's time. And that's when I just said, this really works. So I did the training around the United States back when we used to do live trainings, with 60 of their terminal managers. These are truck drivers, and I just thought, some of this stuff, they're just going to laugh me right out of the room. But actually their response was just about opposite of what I expected, because they said, all right, we're having some real issues. We don't really know how to deal with them. We've tried certain things. This makes sense to us because we never learned how to do this. And it was out of that experience that I just said, okay, we've really got something here. This really works.
This is Lead Different.
Subscribe now. Discover a new era of leadership. Lead different, because great leaders change the world.
Why not leadership? Why not lead different? When you do the things that everyone else does, you get the same results as everyone else gets. Let's do things a little different. Let's lead different. And ask yourself this: why not?